A little after 11 o'clock. We have pretty heavy, pretty thick fog here in Cormierville. 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 Celsius. Just very, very light drizzle. Nothing serious. No wind. It's absolutely, completely calm. Hello, Alyssa. Nice to see you. And Ginger. Chloe. Hi, Chloe and JB. Thanks for coming by. So there are a few moths at the light. Actually, quite a few. So why don't we move in? I'll turn the light on, the ring light. Try this setting and see how that works. I haven't looked yet, so I have no idea what's here. Right away I see tufted. No, it's not. What is this? This is a new one for us. I think this is called, sorry, I'll find it here eventually. There we go. This one's called dimorphic snout. Dimorphic snout moth. Got a long snout. This is a species that comes in a couple of different morphs. That's why it's called dimorphic. The other morph is much more mottled all over, not not as distinctly patterned as this one. And it's closely related to one that we've seen before. Hi, Kim. Welcome. Thanks for coming. It's closely related to the Baltimore snout moth that we saw a few nights ago. Wow, there's what is this? I think there's another dimorphic snout on my screen. Interesting. It's not a very common moth, so I'm sort of surprised to see two of them. I had to take a second look there to make sure. Looks like a unicorn moth, yeah. Here's another new moth for us. Well, I hate to leave this one so soon, but we'll go back to it. This is, here we go. This is called the Isabella tiger moth. Isabella tiger moth. And if I remember correctly, there has a pretty neat pattern on the abdomen. I don't know if it's going to show us or not. Not likely. Don't want to damage the wings. Oh, there's a couple of nice spots on the underwing. And I guess just an orange yellow abdomen, same color pretty much as the wings, a little oranger. Isabella tiger moth. Nice. Here's our, once again, our dimorphic snout moth. I'll zoom in a bit. Stabilize the iPad. Great. What's this fellow here? Oh, I know this one. What's it called? This one I'm pretty sure is called Clemens Clepsis moth. Clemen is the name of the gentleman that described it. C-L-E-M-E-N. Clemens Clepsis. C-L-E-P-S-I-S. That's the genus. Clemens Clepsis moth. Oh. Now, here's another snout moth. And this one isn't a dimorphic. I think we're talking Baltimore this time, but this one. Baltimore snout moth. So this one, the dark areas go down much further on the wing than they do. Here's the dimorphic snout here. Here's Baltimore somewhere. Here it is. The dark areas go down much further towards the end of the wings. And also notice up near the thorax, you have very straight white lines on either side. I don't think this one has straight lines. This one has more curved lines. Yeah. Here's our Virginia tenuta moth. Virginia tenuta. The beautiful blue iridescence on the abdomen and thorax. Flown away now. Oh, there's another one here. Virginia tenuta moth. Nice male with the big feathery antenna. This is a really common day-flying moth. We did a butterfly walk yesterday morning in Cocan, the nearest village, the nearest town to here. We did a butterfly walk from 9:30 until 12 in the morning. And we ended up seeing 18 species of butterflies. We also saw lots and lots of these flying around during the day. Okay, what was that? They just flew through the screen. Here's it's Baltimore. Virginia, or Isabella tiger moth, I mean, is still here. Let me look around a bit more. There's lots of other moths on the sheet here. Not sure of that one. I think it's the one, it's a large maple spanworm or something like that. I can't remember the exact name. We've seen it before. Virginia tenuta, denuded moth. Who's this? Oh, this is a beauty. Wow. Wow, this is a looper. What's this one called? First time I've seen it this year, and I'm kind of lost for the name. Look out near the wingtips. There's actually a kind of a pinkish band almost at the very end of the wings. Look at the sort of ornate thorax with tufts sticking up. There's a grass veneer that just joined him. I think this is the, what's it called, the double-banded grass veneer, I think, that one. It's one we haven't seen before. I'll have to look up the name, but it's a grass veneer. I wish I could remember the name, but I think it's an unspotted looper, but it may not. It's a looper of some kind. I'm just not sure of the common name, but I'll find it for sure. That nice pale stripe in the middle of the wings, bordered above by dark, and a pinkish wash out near the tip of the wings. Really good field mark. There is a bit of spotting, actually. Wow. What a beauty. There's a little dark spot on one of the veins on the side of the wings. I'm going to stick with unspotted looper until I look it up. I'll call that kind of a placeholder name. Alyssa, could you check unspotted looper? If you say you're looking it up, I presume you're looking it up online, maybe at Moth Photographers Group. While you're doing that, I'll take a look at a few other things here. Zestia C. nigrum that we see every night. Doesn't have a common name. There's a banded tussock moth. Alyssa says that could be it. I'll go back to it for you, Alyssa. This is the banded tussock moth. Quite a few ways the unspotted looper can look. Here, I'll give you another view of it. If you're looking at Moth Photographers Group, just look for a looper somewhere close to unspotted looper, if that's not it. That has that kind of a pale yellowish band that crosses the wings, and then a pinkish blush out near the wingtips. What's that next to it? Zestia C. nigrum. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that's unspotted looper, but I stand to be corrected. Here's probably some kind of a tiger moth, and I would guess it's a Virginia tiger moth that we haven't seen before. was going to look for an orange abdomen. Wow, there's lots of stuff coming in here. Let me show you this big dagger here. I think we disconnected there briefly, I'm not sure. I'll try again. This is some kind of a dagger. It's one of the larger daggers. Could be American dagger that we've seen before. We'll just call it American dagger for now. And I'll be able to easily identify this once I get to the internet. What's over here? Oh, here's a beauty. Look at the horns on the thorax sticking straight up. Beautiful markings on the wings. This is another looper of some kind. There are two genera that can look like this, Autographa and Syngrapha. And I think this is in the genus Syngrapha, Syngrapha, Syngrapha. Hi, Brianna. Welcome aboard. We have a few moths to look at tonight. So I think this is in the genus Syngrapha. And I'll have to look in the books to get a species name. There's our little green-backed moth that we've seen a number of times. It's actually called black-spotted glyph. Let's see if I can get better light on it. Zoom in a bit. What a beauty this is, eh? Simple, but so beautiful. Small, delicate, black-spotted glyph. Wow. This one is so fresh. We've seen a number of these, but most of them have been really worn. This one is so fresh. The dark green patch on the back is really visible. The spots on the side on the wings are really visible. Pretty and cute. And here's another Isabella tiger moth right beside it, showing us the neat pattern on the abdomen, the orange abdomen with dark spots on top. There's some really spectacular tiger moths. I mean, this one's pretty spectacular, but there are a lot that have amazing patterns on their wings. Really striking black and white patterns on their wings. And I'm sure we'll be seeing some soon, if not tonight. Some more Zestia C. nigra down there. Here's a caddisfly, some kind here. Nice long antenna. Beautiful pattern on the wings. Alyssa looked it up, but Google didn't recognize it. Okay. I guess you're talking about the looper, eh? This is common gluphisia that we see pretty much every night. It's sort of a brassy green area that goes across the middle of the wings, bordered by dark. Cibola tiger moth. Oh, it's not Cibola. It's well, it's Isabella. Isabella, like a lady's name, Isabella, but Isabella. I've got some elastic bands around my wrists tonight. Last night, I did come out last night in the rain and did a short video, which you might have seen. And there were so many insects that were crawling up my sleeves. I don't know what this one is. No, I don't recognize this one. Doesn't mean it's something new, it just means it's probably worn. Try to get a good shot of it so I can try to look it up, but I just don't even know what genus it's in. But it is quite worn. I see the tips of the wings are quite frayed. Always have to be careful of that. It can change, when they get worn, it can really change their appearance. Here's one we've seen a few times. It's some kind of a carpet. I think we've called it unadorned carpet in the past. It may be unadorned carpet, or it's in that genus. The genus is Hydrelia, Hydrelia. Oh, here's a new moth, another new moth for us. This is a fungus moth. It's called the common. This one is a common fungus moth. Hydrelia, Drelia. But that's it. Alyssa's got it. Good. This one is a common fungus moth. We have two fungus moths in New Brunswick, the common and the four-spotted. Common fungus moth, that's it. Great. And caterpillars do feed on mushrooms. This is a flame-shouldered dart we see every night. That's a caddisfly here. Looks like the same species we saw a few minutes ago. Hi, Dan. I see somebody saying hi, Dan. I'm not sure which Dan it is. But regardless, hi Dan. This is, doesn't have a common name, the small one here. Apotamus, Dan number 2, okay, DNT. Apotamus alveolana, another one that we see every night, a micro moth. Oh, here's an aquatic moth. This is, I think we might have seen this. No, I don't know if we saw this before or not. This one is called, I think this is the water lily borer. And I think we might have seen it once before. Water lily borer, B-O-R-E-R. This is called, these are called, the family that it's in are called aquatic crambids. And the larvae actually live in water. They live in ponds. They feed, well, if this is the water lily borer, which I think it is, the larvae feed on water lilies. Really, really beautiful pattern. Gorgeous is right. So here's our unspotted looper, if that's what it is still here, same place. Nice side view. It's a very faded, banded tussock moth. Flame-shouldered dart. This looks different here. This is, I think, the otter spirometer, it's called. Sorry for all the movement. Otter, like the animal, otter. Oh, sorry, my light just became disconnected. Here we go. Otter spirometer. Spirometer is the genus it's in, and it's Spira, S-P-I-R-A, meter, spirometer, spirometer. That's our first time. My first time this year. That's it, Ginger, perfect. Lots of mosquito bites. Here's something new. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to put a name on it, but oh, it's a caddisfly. Look at the markings on this caddisfly. Amazing, amazing. Bold, really bold markings. I think I have seen this one before, but it's pretty rare. I look forward to looking it up and giving you a name, but I don't know it off the top of my head. Nice, 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 nice caddisfly. There's the common blue physia there. There's our caddisfly from the other side. Nice. That's our water lily borer has moved down there. There's a Putnam's looper just landed on my hand, but not sure where he went. I'm just looking around the sheet to see if there's anything new we haven't already looked at. Virginia tenuta just landed beside the Zestia C. nigrum. Sorry to use these scientific names, but a lot of uncommon moths, especially, don't have common names yet. They will eventually. Banded tiger moth. Banded tussock moth and Zestia C. nigrum. Oh, here's a hiding in here. It's a twin-spotted sphinx moth, quite worn. Twin-spotted sphinx moth. I don't know if he's going to let us take a look at his twin spots or not tonight. Oh, there they are. Look at that. Wow. Beautiful. Thank you very much. Sorry to disturb you. Probably getting ready to fly when they quiver like that. Oh, who's this? Here's a sphinx moth down here in the grass, on my knee, in the gravel. Could be another twin-spotted sphinx down here. It's not. This one hasn't flown yet. It's still there. It's kind of fun to get down on your knees and look on the ground like that, because when you stand up, sometimes there's a whole new set of moths on the sheet just in a few minutes. What's this one? Oh, this is Putnam's looper moth. We've seen a couple of times before. Putnam, P-U-T-N-A-M. That's it, Ginger. Perfect. Oh. Who was that bully? I hear a large moth that's on the back side of the sheet. Here's white triangle tortrix, lower one. White triangle tortrix, T-O-R-T-R-I-X. And, oh, this black dotted glyph. Oh, he flew. This is the same possibly unadorned carpet that we saw earlier. In the genus Hydrelia. Caddisfly, one that we've seen a couple of times tonight. Grass veneer. This one is a new grass veneer for us. This one's called the topiary grass veneer. Topiary, T-O-P-I-A-R-Y. And a white triangle tortrix right below it. They're gone. Our common fungus moth is moved over here with the unspotted looper. Common fungus moth. The unspotted looper. Who's this big fellow? What was this sphinx moth? Excuse me, flapping around the camera. Back over to this side. Our Syngrapha moth is moved. That's another view. Not sure what species, but the genus is Syngrapha, S-Y-N-G-R-A-P-H-A. And common Glyphisia. The sharp-angled carpet moth. See if I can make it a little darker. There we go. See the pattern a lot better. Sharp-angled carpet moth. And Virginia tenuted moth. And over here, one I don't recognize right off. I think it's some kind of a midget moth. I'll have to look that one up. Flame-shouldered dart. There's a grass veneer. I think we might have looked at this one earlier. Not sure which one this is. Could be the double-banded grass veneer, which I think we looked at earlier. This one I think is called porcelain gray moth. Hi Wolf, welcome. Porcelain gray moth, that's it, Ginger. Perfect. This is neat caddisfly again. The beautiful patterning on the wings. Final look at our looper here that I think is unspotted looper. This one is the white striped, I think it's called, toothed carpet moth. White banded or white striped toothed carpet moth. Last night in the light rain, there were dozens and dozens and dozens of leafhoppers all along the edge of this ultraviolet light, and there's none here tonight, none at all. Well, I say that, of course the next thing I look at is the leafhopper, but there are very, very few tonight. There's the leafhopper right here. Look, he hopped. That's a very worn micromoth in the genus Eucosma. And a midge right beside it. That one's a bit too worn. This is that's a different one. It's another aquatic crambid. This one is not the water. We saw the water lily borer earlier. This one's closely related, but it's a different species. And I've seen it lots of times, but I'm just not drawing up the name. It's just not coming to me. But I'll look it up and identify it. Another new one for us, caddisfly. A lot of pale on the back. That's our topiary grass veneer again. Not sure if this is a double-banded grass veneer or the eastern grass veneer. One of the grass veneers. Here's a banded tussock moth. Very few beetles tonight. Here's one of the May beetles that we see quite often. Nice green iridescence on the elytra. It is so calm, so quiet tonight. Have a look at our Isabella tiger moth. And another one right here. That was something different, but it just flew. And it's back. And he flew again. Oh, here's something new. This is a dagger, but it's one we haven't seen before. This is a dagger I'll have to look up, but I think it'll be quite easy to identify the species. I'm going to have to release. I hear a trap. There's a banded tussock moth. Pull the board out, hopefully. Well, a couple of large moths flew out of there. I'm not sure. Not sure which one it was. Oh, what's this? Oh, this is a new one for us. This one's called olive angle shades. Kind of a strange name, and don't ask me why, but olive angle shades. We have 3 or 4 species of moths that are called angle shades, and this one that we just looked at is called the olive angle shades. 3 words. All right, well, ooh, look at this beauty. Nice. This is the oak beauty. We saw this once before. This is a male with the nice feathery antenna. Caterpillars feed on red oak. Looks like a beautiful dress. Yes, oak beauty moth. Anybody heard that noise? Yes, it's a male ginger. It's a great blue heron just called. still calling. Lots of great blue herons come into the cove at night to feed. That's Morrison's Perro moth that we've seen a number of times. I don't know if I can get the camera to focus on it or not. It wants to focus on the leaves. Morrison's Perro. Perro is P-E-R-O. Brianna, you went back and heard the great blue heron? Great. That's it, Ginger, Morrison's Perro moth. We have two Perros in New Brunswick, Morrison's and Honest. Here's a Sphinx moth down here. Looks like they're twin spotted. The one that was in here is gone now. Here's a nice slug on our hockey stick. Slug on a stick. There's our Sphinx moth up here. I think it's a twin spotted. Yep. A beautiful May beetle. Sorry to keep showing you the same things over and over again. No, it's not a banana slug. We don't have banana slugs in New Brunswick yet. Not sure what the species is or the common name for that slug. Everybody around here calls those garden slugs. Here's a hook tip. We haven't seen one tonight. Oh, this is a new species of hooktip. We've seen the arched hooktip a number of times. This one's called the two-lined hooktip. Same shape and pattern with the hooktips as the arched. This one just has two very distinct lines on it. The two-lined arched tip. Two-lined hook tip, yes, sorry. I don't know why I said arch tip. Two-lined hook tip. Thank God you're there, Ginger. Keep me straight on these names. Oh, look who's in my hand. Really, really worn Sphinx moth. Almost no patterning left on the wings at all. Also caddisfly there. I don't know if I can identify this one without any pattern to go on. It's all been worn away. I could try to take a look at the underwings here if I had a third hand. Maybe. Okay, looks like one big eye spot, black outlined in blue. I think the thorax is actually bare. That's how worn it is. It's bare right down to the skin. Could be the one-eyed Sphinx moth. I think that's probably what it's going to turn out to be. Anyway, it's about to take off. There it goes. We're getting close to the 1 hour mark. Just let me take a peek, see if I can find anything new. Well, here's one. Hiding in here is, this is called the large yellow underwing. And you'd never know, called the large yellow underwing. And you'd never know. There, I don't know if you saw the yellow underwing or not when it spread its wings to fly. It's a European species that's been introduced here and is considered a pest for people that have lawns, don't worry about their lawns. Large yellow underwing. And it's gone. All right. Sphinx moth. Looks like the one I had on my hand. Very worn wings. One eye spot that's black with a blue ring around it. And there's a Baltimore snout up there. White triangle tortrix, our unspotted looper. I think this is a pug moth that has its wings folded. It's a green pug moth, which is a species we haven't seen before. It's our dog Nita doing her seal imitation. Aquatic crambid moth of some kind. And Virginia tenuta. All right, well, it's 59 minutes we've been streaming. Thank you so much for being there, and we'll do this again as soon as possible. Right now it's forecasting, guess what, rain tomorrow evening, so you never know. I'll take a look. The forecast changes all the time. We have these very narrow strips of precipitation that move by, and if you happen to be lined up with that strip, it can stay over you all day, or if you're just a few miles south or a few miles north, you'll miss it all. Anyway, thanks so much for typing, Ginger. Really appreciate it. Dan, great to have you here. Thanks very much. Wolf, I'm really glad you were able to make it. Thanks. Thanks so much. Brianna, always a pleasure to have you aboard. Alyssa, thank you for all your help with the channel. Ryan, I didn't know you were there, sorry. Hi and goodbye. Have a good night, Ryan. Great to see you. And Chloe and JB, you're always here. Thanks so much. Gosh, I hope I didn't miss anyone. Please hit the like button if you haven't already done so. And we'll see you next time. I'll be streaming tomorrow, the regular bird feeder stream. And if the weather allows, we'll do another moth stream tomorrow night. Take care. Have a good night, everyone. Wolf, did I say good night? I hope so. All right. Good night. Bye-bye.